Hi, this is Frank Cruz, the Sober Guardian. So today I want to talk about interventions. So we're going to discuss the intervention process. So first and foremost, you got to gather up as much information you can about the client. Find out everything from their drug history, what they're currently doing, are they violent, what kind of history do they have. All this stuff is very pertinent to the process. So that's the first step. Get all that information. Then you want to speak with the family. You want to find out what their hopes are, what they're trying to achieve, and you want to find out the people that you want at attending this particular intervention. Ideally, you want people that are not at odds with the person they're trying to intervene for. You don't want the person having the problem coming in and then getting to an argument with someone because they already have a bad relationship. So you kind of weed out through your interviewing process who is going to be a good candidate to be present at the intervention. Ideally, for me, it's just one person. The person that the person with the problem feels closest to. And what I like to do is I like to have the person in attendance or the people in attendance write out what it is that they're feeling and what it is that they're hoping to achieve for their loved one. And then I go over all of their writing to make sure it's not going to be offensive or trigger the person they're trying to help. So I'll proofread it and then I'll okay it. And then I'll have everyone or whoever's reading read exactly what's in there, nothing more, nothing less. Because if we start improvising during the intervention, there could be problems. We don't want any surprises. Also, something that I like to do is have some pictures. I don't like to put them up. I like to have them on the side because that's something I can use if the person is kind of resisting. I can just, take out some of the pictures of them as a baby or as a child and, try to break the ice that way because the goal is to get them to treatment and to get them to realize that they're loved and that they're cared for and that's simply what's being done for them right now. We don't want them to get angry. We don't want them to run out of the room. We want them to, see that they need treatment. So that's how we do it. So before we get to the actual intervention, we want to book the rehab or the detox. We want to have that set in stone, the day, everything. And we also want to have our tickets ready as well. However we're getting there. If we're taking a plane or car, whatever it is, we want that all ready to go. Because immediately after the intervention, if the person agrees to go to treatment, we're going immediately. You don't have time to waste. We don't want the person to get second thoughts or cold feet. We want to get them going. So all that is pre-intervention. Ideally, you want to accompany the person to their destination. So someone like myself, a sober companion, comes in very handy. I'm also the interventionist as well. So it's very important to have this all in one concise compartment to get it all done, executed as flawlessly and as quickly as possible. And that's basically it. You want to avoid, you want to avoid like accusing, being accusatory, being negative, derogative. You don't want to drudge up the past. Oh, when you did this to me, it's nothing like that. The person that's speaking should just simply share from their heart. For example, so and so, I love you, and I just want the best for you, and I'm here for you, and I noticed that as a result of your substance uses or your behavior, these things are happening to you, and it concerns me because I love you, and I only want the best for you, and and that with those words, and once the person agrees to go, we don't give a ton of accolades. It's quick. We don't want a whole bunch of berating the person that's going to treatment. We just want the family to say it's a great choice, something like that. We're really happy for you. We're here to support you, and we'll get on our way. So that's what the intervention process should look like. At least that's the way I like it to be. Also keep in mind, you can do more than one person at an intervention, but ideally, sometimes it's just one person that the person with the issue feels comfortable with, and that's the key. You want as little resistance as possible during the process. It's a very intense process, and that the person coming into the process, put yourself in their shoes. They're coming into a room or a place where they're expecting something and they're getting something totally different. So for me, as the interventionist, I would simply just sit there and ask the person, the family member or the friend, to invite the person in to sit down. And then I would have them introduce me. I'm not going to introduce myself. And then after the introduction, I would explain what we're doing and why we're here. And then I would have the friend or the loved one read the letter. And if there's resistance, I'll be like, this person really loves you. That's why we're here. They care about you. They want to be able to help you. They remember they brought these amazing pictures of you. It's obvious that they love you. And I'll look at them myself. I won't even offer to them to look at it. But when I put it back down, I'll put it down in front of them. And we'll do it like that. It's a series of breaking the person down, and that's basically it. There's the there are other things, that the intangibles, but you do it as needed as you're proceeding forward with the intervention. Okay, so a little bit about myself. I have my own business. It's The Sober Guardian, and you can find that at thesoberguardian.com. And there I provide sober companions, recovery coach, sober transport, sober escort, and my spiritual life coaching, and of course, interventions. So I want to remind you that there's nothing that you can't do that you need to do. That's the fact. Get it into your head that you can do this, because remember, what you say is eventually what you become. I want to wish you an amazing recovery.